I believe in 2006 CGM squared, or consumer generated multimedia, is going to be the big story. In fact, I think it's going to be the big story for the next couple years. What's been interesting, I've been in this business for the last 5 years, and I've seen a steady migration from consumer generated media as expressed vis-a-vis text to more multimedia formats, audio, video, photographs, and the like. And here's the rub in terms of why it's so important. And it all goes back to my training at Procter & Gamble. At Procter & Gamble, we were taught that television is more impactful than other forms of advertising because it emotionally connects with consumers. You can do the side-by-side demo. There's benefit visualization, and therefore it carries a higher order of persuasion. Now, it does have a lot of inefficiency in it insofar as people are overspending on the medium, but in terms of like connecting with consumers, now we've got an environment where consumers are taking elements of that persuasive media and posting it online. Like text, it's leaving a digital trail, and it's showing up in search engine, and it's impacting brands. So when brands post a video about Pabst Blue Ribbon or Schlitz or whatever it may be, whether it's direct or indirect, that has an impact on brand. In fact, I think one thing that's going to be very interesting in this explosion of video is what I call indirect product placement. So it's just incidental, you know, brands that show up in the without any type of manipulation, incentive or whatever. It's just that it's more of a mirror into consumers' experience. And insofar as those videos find audience and reach and distribution and commingling with conversations, that drives awareness, trial, and to some extent, purchase behavior as well. So I think we're going to see an explosion of video. The barriers to entry have gone down dramatically. I know this from my own blogging experience. It's 100 times easier for me to put up video today in January 2006 than it was in October 2005. And so as those barriers go down, you're going to see more and more of it. You know, Apple's got software where you can do podcasts in 5 minutes. And it's not to say that everyone's going to create great content, but we will see a proliferation of content. And then there'll be self-correcting mechanisms where the best stuff rises to the top. If I were on the agency side, I would be really excited. And I would be not necessarily throwing out TV, but I would be thinking about how to redistribute what's great about TV in the context of broadcasting, but with much, much more creativity and much, much more user input into the process.
Funny how there aren't many agencies here.
No. Agencies are still very kind of behind the eight ball. They're, you know, a lot of them are deer in headlights trying to figure out what's next. They're under massive pressure still under massive pressure to kind of do the traditional thing. A lot of them are spending $2.5 million on Super Bowl ads, an amount of money. We could probably do some great things from a buzz building perspective. But eventually they'll come. In the same way the PR firms have kind of flocked to word of mouth marketing, I think the agencies are going to realize that, hey, there's media and advertising that's taking place in consumers talking to one another. Inevitably they'll discover that maybe these types of things will become triggers to kind of get them more involved, but I would suspect that everyone's going to gravitate to the sweet spot in marketing. It's just that you and I, we've all kind of discovered it first. But that's not to say it can't be screwed up.
Yep. All right.
Good.
That's enough.
Great, you guys.
Thanks, sir.